I have always been a cactus lover and a rock lover. So when I bought this home with this bed right by the front door, it's about a 13 by 8 flower bed. I thought it was the perfect place to make a rock and cactus garden. So I'm going to walk through the garden. Some of these cacti have been here for 5 or 6 years, and some of them are new additions. But I'm going to walk through and talk about how I put this together, how I prepared the soil, and what family members of the cactus and succulent we have here. This is in Kansas City, so we're in zone 6. There are some cacti that will survive these brutal winters and some that won't. So a few of these guys I bring in the fall and keep them in the house. Others I bought online at a seller of winter hardy cacti, and so like this big cholla right here, this guy's been here for about 5 years and it makes it through the winter every time. So over here on the left, this cactus has really just been blooming. It doesn't bloom every year, and there's another little bud right there. This is a pretty good size cholla. I like this guy. It's called the Cylindropuntia spinosaur, I believe. Basically a cane cholla, and pretty hardy. I will say, if you get a cholla like this, really a tool that you must have in your cactus garden is a pair of long tongs, because the chollas drop these dudes and they like to bite you in the finger if you try to pick them up. There's a cool piece of petrified wood. I have picked up some grasses along the way, but I won't talk about those in this video. I'm not sure what the names of them are. This right here is a purple. This is a little starter guy that I'm waiting to propagate. It's what is this one called? It's a purple apuntia, which is basically a Santa Rita prickly pear. And actually I've got some of its children right here that are slowly coming to life. I'm thinking by the fall this year, these guys are going to be pretty big and beautiful and good and purple. Couple of hedgehogs here. These guys won't get very big, but they're fun. One there and one over here. I pick up rocks whenever I go on hikes, and this is a nice piece of rose quartz that I found in, I think, somewhere in Montana, but that's a good one. This one here I've had to cut back several times because it grows and expands, and it just loves more and more space. This started out as just a few little beaver tails and has grown into a giant one. I love the blooms. Today is June 1st, so this thing blooms about late May, early June, and puts out a lot of beautiful flowers. This is a real standard eastern prickly pear cactus. So we'll walk up a little bit further. There's another cool piece of petrified wood right there. This dude right here is, which one is this? This is the blue myrtle, or they also call it the blue candle, desert blue candle. And this is one of the ones that I bring in every year. There's a little deer skull that I found. That's a cool one. This is another, some sort of apuntia. I couldn't find the name of this one. I don't remember where I got it, but it's a healthy dude. It's a little thicker. It's got a little bit more girth on the sprouts than your standard beaver tail. Here's a couple of yuccas right here. This is basically your standard Adam's needle yucca. They're all blooming right now. Another one here. These things I have to bring them down a little bit. They spread, and they put out a lot of dead leaves on the bottom, so you have to kind of thin them out every year. Here's just a standard prickly pear that I picked up in Texas, and all you need is one of these beaver tails to get it going, and these things will propagate and grow and move. Here is just a yellow or a white rose that was already here at the house. This is the only thing that was in this cactus garden when I started. And this guy here is kind of cool. I actually bring him in also in the wintertime. They call this an Peruvian old man cactus. Pretty cool little guy, but he won't make it through the winter. I got to bring him inside. So what I did to prepare this soil was I basically pulled out all of everything that was in this bed, and there were rocks, like landscaping rocks, towards the bottom. And so I did a 33% mixture, or 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 of soil, just standard potting soil, and pea gravel and sand, and mixed it up to prepare the soil. Cactus need a lot of drainage and not a lot of water, so you got to be a little bit, the soil has to drain quite a bit. But fun little cactus garden. I'm looking forward to these purple guys getting big enough to propagate, and put one down in the dirt here. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.